led decisions, how feelings can fracture partnerships. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday in the house. I am so excited. I love Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I love all days of the week because every day brings about new things to conquer, new things that teaches and new elevations on a daily basis. And so I'm really excited about what's going on this Friday. And so Fridays really is about reviewing your week. It's about taking a totem, a total, and it's about really seeing what you did that was well, count your victories, and focus on a couple of things, just two, that you need to make sure you execute next week so that you are able to enjoy Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, re-energize, rest, re-up, and Monday you should be excited to attack them two things that you've already reviewed that you know. But today is really about understanding how emotional feelings can fracture partnerships. And so I've had an opportunity to work with business owners and people that are in relationships and people that are looking to effectively partner with each other. And there is something that really rises to the top for the number one reasons why these relationships break versus becoming unbreakable. And that really is going to lead me to my very first coaching point, and that is emotion is a great messenger, but a terrible master. And a lot of times, emotions reveal what's going on the inside of us, but they should never drive the direction of decisions of the decisions that we make. I've one minute we are feel up, the next minute we feel down. And so emotions is not really, they just signals. It's not the steering wheel. And they tell you to pay attention to, but not necessarily what move to make next. It's letting you know that something's not right, something's really not right in you. For you feeling the way that you feeling that you have to make a decision that will destroy some type of a partnership. And so when you react from emotions instead of responding with wisdom, that's how you create regret instead of results. And I'm gonna say that one more time because I think it's really important, is when you react from emotions versus responding with wisdom. That's how you create regret versus results. And strong, healthy people, mentally and emotionally, um, the strongest of leaders, managers, partners, they learn to pause first, process, then move forward. Don't have a reaction or make a decision based on how you're feeling at the moment, because that feeling goes away and it's just an indication that something's going on. And you can feel deeply, just don't decide quickly, because it can be a catastrophic mistake. um, and a lot of times, we all need to work on our emotional intelligence. We need to work on our intellectual intelligence as well. And this is where understanding how we work and then working it when a situation comes up. That's where most businesses fail. That's where most relationship fails. That's where most sales fail, is because we don't understand how to, we got a feeling, but now we need to work the process. So we just go based on how we feel, and then we never really work the process, which really takes me to coaching point number 2. And that is partnerships requires pause, not panic. A lot of times, in my early 20s, I learned when I was a residential counselor, one of the first treatment tools we learned was when emotions are high, logic is low. And when emotions run high, communications run low. And that's when partnerships begin to fall apart because we thrive, great partnerships thrive on timing, tone, and telling the truth. Just because I'm fired up right now don't mean I need to tell you what you done wrong, what you not doing, because sometimes when that partnership's over, it's like, well, you know what? It really could have worked. It was really beneficial in this area. And we totally let our emotions blind us to the process of moving forward when it comes down to effectively partnering and when we actually have romantic type of relationships. Emotions, a lot of times we let the decision often come from trying to win. You know, I'm right, you're wrong. It should be my way. And we trying to win in the moment instead of protecting the mission. You have to focus on what the mission is, not the moment. And so don't quit trying to win the moment, protect the mission, and learn to slow down in the moment. Slow down in the moment. Get clarity before the conversation and confirmation before the confrontation. And that's a major key, and that will help the emotional reaction uh when you have them type of outbursts, it breaks trust, but emotional maturity builds it. That's why you have to pause, that's why you have to process, then you proceed. And that takes me to coaching point number 3. Anchor your decisions, whatever decisions you make, anchor them in values, not the vibes. A lot of times feelings fluctuate, they go up, they go down, they go to the left, they go to the right, but your values should always keep you grounded. Um, it it I I remember playing and being a part of sports, and I really valued winning. And I would get emotional about winning, and I really wanted to fight people who wasn't trying to win. Because that's what I was driven by, my emotions. But I eventually learned how to pause and then learn how to help process with the other people on what we need to do to win. And once you're able to do those things, you can create winning dynamics, platinum performance, and whatever you do. If you run a business, you can create platinum performance with your team. If you are in a relationship, a romantic relationship, you can create a platinum outcome. But it's really all about making sure that your decisions are based on principles like, we're going to win, we're going to sit down, we're going to talk about it. I don't like how I'm feeling right now. I'm going to pause, I'm going to process, then I'm going to proceed. And so these type of things really help. Not I'm mad, so I'm gonna respond in the moment when I'm upset. It never turns out well. I've never seen it turn out well. It's still not turning out well to this day. And then understand when your emotions are high, judgment becomes low. That kind of goes back to when feelings are high, logic is low. We don't make logical decisions when we are in our emotions and things. And a lot of times that value becomes a stabilizer because we're so busy trying to respond to our emotions. And then next thing you know, it has us out of relationships, it has us out of partnerships. And then we don't know how to be humble enough to repair it. So we just live in a fractured state, a stagnated state, a single state. And not there's nothing wrong with being single, because I mean the Bible even say, look, if you ain't on your game, you might want to stay single. And a lot of people, y'all do need to stay single because you don't know how to effectively partner and you don't work at it and you don't want to break your flesh. And so when you don't break your flesh, these type of things will run you, they will run your business, and they will run it into the ground, not into success. And so just remember that one of the things you have to do is ask yourself, whenever there's something that's emotionally going on, this is just a tip: does this choice align with who I am or how I feel right now? And I'm always about peace and fun, and it doesn't matter who I work with. Sometimes I don't like things that other people do when I work with them. But guess what? The reason I connected to work with them was so that I could build a particular process. And so I'm like, okay, let me slow down. This is the mission. This mission is still the mission. So I'm going to work on the mission. Let me woosah, let me chill for a minute, and then be able to make a decision that's going to continuously help the partnership grow. And emotions past, values last, build partnerships that do too. So that's Friday's reflection time. What decisions have you made or didn't make this week and come out better with two things that you're going to go into the weekend knowing that you're going to fire off and start on Monday? In the meantime, you guys have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and just remember, what you do before and after the storm will decide if you stay broken or if you become unbreakable. Hey, y'all, that's my time. I hope y'all got some good stuff going on this weekend. In the meantime, I appreciate everybody. Look, put some hearts in the chat. Let me know if you're listening. If you have any questions, give me a shout out, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me a thumbs down, but let me know that you out there.